Hey everybody, it's John here again, and this time we're going with the second of the He-Man and the Masters Universe Filmation Club Grayskull figures from Super 7. This time it's MANTENNA, which is another one that ought to be pretty interesting. It should have a little bit more to show than Fisto did. But let's get it out of its packaging here. Is the mailer, and I just, oh, that's not gonna work. That's so hard to get a hold of. There it is. Alright, that worked a little bit better this time. Lights in the way. And let's do our little reveal here. Wow. He looks like he just stepped out of the cartoon. That's pretty cool. MANTENNA's first look out of the, or in the box, is very interesting indeed. He's got some extra hands by the looks of it. Probably to grip his weapon. Looks like he's got his extra face in there. Yeah, he looks... Wow, he looks a lot like the Filmation version of him. That's pretty good job. Bio there, if anybody wants to pause and read, go ahead and I will get him open. And we'll take a closer look at MANTENNA. And he's pretty impressive right now, just in the box. Maybe he will end up being the #1 figure here. Alright, I'll be back. Here we have MANTENNA out of the package. And man, he looks fantastic. Like, I swear he could have just jumped out of the cartoon, and he's got some shading on him, which I wasn't expecting. Let's see if I can get him in here with the way his legs are, but there is his very animated, cartoon-esque face. He was not quite so horrible in the cartoon. He's more of a bumbling fool. There's his little horde icon. He's got some darker shading in the blues of his skin. And then he has his front boots, or his front legs with the boots on, which also... either that or it's just catching the shadow really well. And then you have his more monstrous legs that are all bare in the back. And he is, like all the rest of them, very basic in color and detail, but he turned out really well. He's so good. His legs are a little unruly to get him into a great position, but all in all, he looks so good. Maybe, no, there's definitely paint a little, or it's just the way that plastic is, but it definitely looks like there's some darker colors in the red and on the blue. Great job on his lips and his teeth. The eyes are well painted. He feels a little powdery. Yeah, he's got his cowl. And they pulled off the 4 legs very well. So, again, he's got no up or down head movement. You can just turn it side to side. Oh, no, he does. It's just stiff. He gets a little bit. There's just a little bit of up or down there. And he's got a point at the head and a point at the neck that rotates. He's got your standard arms. Well, not really. He's got ball jointed shoulders, no bicep swivel. He's got a single jointed elbow, which works really well. And rotation and hinge here. Again, lack of ab crunch in the body. Maybe they had to cheapen out on some of it because of the extra legs, but he does have the same swivel and movement at his hip. He's got a knee joint right here that also rotates at the knee. No boot cut on him, and he's got the same kind of feet, and the back legs are the same. You can see they just did a longer pelvis and then did 2 holes to peg in his legs. So same exact working back legs. So I really like, I mean, it's weird, again, they changed the articulation that were different from what we're used to. But his overall look is really good. Just like the last set, Dylamug was my favorite. He was very different, and man, this Mantenna looks really good. Like, he's going to display extremely well with any of your other Horde figures or your Shiva figures. He pulls off that Filmation look extremely well. Now, he does come with an extra set of hands that have slightly more open grip, which I don't know if it's to hold his blaster, because I think he can hold it in this in here as well. Just a simple kind of gray colored blaster he has, which does fit in his hand just fine. And then if you want, he has his eyes bulging out, which he did in the cartoon and in the gimmick of his toy. You can switch the heads out. I'm not going to really do. I like this head, it's nice, but I think the Filmation standard head's really good. And there's definitely a difference in safety protocols, I think, from Super 7 than I'm used to. Like, these ears are really sharp. Like, this isn't something you can have like your kids play around with, because it'll definitely put an eye out. He does have a little bit of a screaming face. So on that note, real quick look at the original vintage. I mean, I've looked at him before, but this is where the eye gimmick comes from. And as you can see, he was a lot more horrible. So when Matty Collector did their version of Mantenna, he got this monstrosity with his like crab-like shell skin and crazy face. And he, you know, he still pulled off the ab crunch and everything, so it's probably a cost-saving measure. I've done a review on Mantenna before, so you can always find that in on my channel somewhere in the pages. But I was just going to show you a quick look at how they've changed. Oh, and see, Mattel's ears are squishy, so you can't get hurt by them. Unlike these little pointy boys. But overall, yeah, he's, at the moment now, he's just moved up to my favorite figure from this wave, passing Fisto. He's really well done and fits that Filmation look extremely well. So Super 7, you guys ought to be pretty proud of the way this guy turned out. I don't know, have to let me know in the comments what you guys think about his missing articulation. I didn't notice it in any of the images, that he didn't have an ab crunch or that he didn't have bicep swivel, so I guess it must not have been really looking that closely. But there's Mantenna. He's a pretty good figure. Alright, on to number 3. I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye. I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video. And if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.